Ever feel like the world is, kind of designed for extroverts? Like the people who thrive on constant interaction and just always seem to be, on?
Right.
Well, get ready for a kind of quiet revolution, because we're going deep on this whole idea of AI.
Okay.
Artificial intelligence and how it's becoming like a secret weapon for us introverts.
Interesting.
We'll be exploring how AI can help introverts excel in, areas like deep analysis,
Right.
automation, even building a personal brand.
Huh.
All while staying true to our quiet but impactful nature.
It's so fascinating how we often associate AI with, like flashy attention-grabbing tech.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But the reality is AI can be incredibly empowering for those who prefer a more thoughtful and deliberate approach.
I was really struck by this idea of quiet power that kind of emerged from the sources that you shared.
Yeah.
It's like AI is giving us introverts the tools to make our voices heard, but in a way that feels comfortable and authentic to us.
Right.
One area where this really stood out to me was in the realm of deep analysis.
Yeah, introverts often have a natural inclination towards deep thinking and observation. They're great at absorbing information, connecting the dots, and seeing patterns that others might miss.
Right.
AI can supercharge these abilities by providing tools that make it easier to process and understand complex data.
So it's not just about AI doing the thinking for us.
Right.
It's about it giving us the tools to think even more deeply and effectively.
Precisely. Take data visualization, for example.
Okay.
Tools like Tableau or Power BI allow you to transform raw data into compelling visuals like charts, graphs, and interactive dashboards.
Okay.
For introverts, this can be a game changer because it allows them to communicate complex information in a way that doesn't rely on public speaking or constant social interaction.
That's like they say, a picture's worth 1,000 words.
Yeah.
Especially if you're someone who prefers to let the data speak for itself rather than having to give a big presentation.
Exactly. One of the sources highlighted a great example of an introvert using data visualization to analyze customer feedback for their business.
Okay.
Instead of conducting tons of potentially draining face-to-face interviews, they could use these tools to identify patterns in online reviews or survey responses.
Interesting.
This allows them to gain valuable insights into customer sentiment without having to step outside their comfort zone.
That's such a practical application.
Yeah.
I'm already starting to see how AI can help introverts navigate the world in a way that feels more aligned with their natural strengths. What other tools are out there that kind of tap into this analytical superpower?
Well, sentiment analysis is another area where AI can be incredibly valuable for introverts.
Okay.
Imagine being able to instantly understand the emotional tone of thousands of social media posts, customer reviews, or news articles.
That sounds incredibly overwhelming to me.
It can be, especially for those who are sensitive to strong emotions or find it difficult to process large amounts of information quickly.
Right.
But AI tools like IBM Watson can do this heavy lifting for you. They can sift through massive amounts of text data and analyze the underlying sentiment, whether it's positive, negative, or neutral.
So instead of getting bogged down in the emotional noise, an introvert could use these tools to get a clear, objective understanding of public opinion or customer feedback.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
It's about using AI to cut through the clutter and extract the essential insights.
Right.
Which frees up mental energy for more focused thinking and strategic decision-making.
And speaking of saving time and mental energy, let's talk about ChatGPT.
Yeah.
I know there's been a lot of buzz about this AI tool, but I'm curious to hear your perspective on how it can specifically benefit introverts.
ChatGPT can be a game changer for anyone who loves to research and dive deep into complex topics.
Right.
It can summarize lengthy articles, pull out key facts, and even help generate initial insights. Imagine you're an introvert working on a research project.
Okay.
Instead of spending hours sifting through dense academic papers, you can use ChatGPT to get the gist of the material quickly and efficiently.
I have to admit, even as someone who loves to read, the thought of an AI giving me the Cliff's Notes version of a super dense academic paper is incredibly appealing.
It's all about working smarter, not harder, right?
Right.
And for introverts who value focused, deep work, ChatGPT can be a powerful tool for streamlining their research process.
Absolutely. So far, we've explored how AI can enhance an introvert's natural ability for deep analysis and research. But let's face it, sometimes life is just about getting stuff done.
Right.
And that's where I think AI's power to automate tasks can be a lifesaver. What are your thoughts on this?
You're absolutely right. AI can be an introvert's best friend when it comes to automating those tedious, repetitive tasks that drain our energy and take away from the work we truly enjoy.
Tell me everything. I'm always looking for ways to simplify and streamline my workflow.
Okay.
And I know many of our listeners are too.
Well, let's start with a real-world example that I think will resonate with anyone who dislikes paperwork.
Okay.
Imagine never having to manually enter data again.
Oh, wow.
Optical character recognition, or OCR, can take information from scanned documents or images and convert it into editable text.
Interesting.
Think about all those hours you could save by not having to type numbers into spreadsheets.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
This is blowing my mind.
Yeah.
I have spent so much time battling with data entry.
Yeah.
I can't believe I haven't looked into this before.
It's one of those things that can make a huge difference in your day-to-day productivity.
Yeah.
And the beauty of it is that it's incredibly accessible. There are tons of free and affordable OCR tools available online.
I'm definitely adding this to my to-do list, or rather, I'm going to let AI add it to my to-do list. What other automation magic can AI perform?
Workflow automation is another game changer. Tools like Zapier or Microsoft Power Automate allow you to connect different apps and automate multi-step processes. One of the sources mentioned a great example of this. Automatically creating a task in your to-do list whenever you receive an email from a specific client.
Okay.
This can be incredibly helpful for introverts who thrive on structure and organization, but might not have the time or energy to manually manage every detail of their workflow.
Stop. I'm having flashbacks to my inbox chaos.
Yeah.
You know how many times I've told myself, I really need to create a system for this?
Well, that's the beauty of AI. It can create the system for you.
Yeah.
You set it up once and it runs in the background,
Right.
taking care of those repetitive tasks without you having to think about it.
Right, you've convinced me I need to look into this. So besides conquering data entry and email chaos, what else can AI automate to make our lives easier?
Task management and calendar assistance are two other areas where AI can be incredibly helpful.
Okay.
Introverts often thrive with a well-planned day and clear structure. But the act of planning and scheduling itself can sometimes feel draining.
Right.
Tools like Notion, Trello, or Todoist enhanced with AI features can help you prioritize tasks, schedule appointments, and even block out focus time to minimize interruptions.
That's a game changer for anyone who, like me, gets easily sidetracked by a notification or a new email popping up.
And it can be especially beneficial for introverts who value their alone time and need to protect their energy from distractions. AI can act as a sort of digital gatekeeper,
Right.
ensuring that you have the space and time to focus on your most important work.
Speaking of focus, let's talk about personal branding.
Yep.
Now, I know this might seem counterintuitive for introverts.
Right.
We're not exactly known for being the loudest voices in the room or constantly seeking the spotlight.
Yeah.
But I think what we're about to dive into is really exciting.
You're right. Personal branding can feel intimidating,
Yeah.
especially if you're not someone who enjoys constant self-promotion. But what if I told you that AI could help you build a strong online presence in a way that feels authentic to you,
Okay.
without having to force yourself to be someone you're not?
I'm all ears. Tell me more about how AI can help introverts navigate the world of personal branding.
Content creation is a great starting point. Introverts are often skilled writers and deep thinkers. They might have a lot to say, but prefer to express themselves through the written word rather than verbal communication.
Right.
AI tools like Jasper.ai can help amplify those voices.
So you're saying that introverts can leverage AI to help them craft their messages and share their expertise in a way that feels comfortable for them.
Exactly. Jasper.ai, for example, can help you generate high-quality articles, blog posts, or even social media updates that reflect your unique voice and expertise.
Wow.
It's like having a writing partner who can help you articulate your ideas and get them out into the world.
That's fantastic. It takes the pressure off of having to come up with the perfect words every time,
Yeah.
which can be a real struggle for some introverts. What about the visual side of things? Is there a way for AI to help introverts create a strong visual brand without having to be design experts?
Absolutely. Canva is a user-friendly design tool that allows anyone to create visually appealing graphics even without prior design experience.
Okay.
It offers tons of templates, stock photos, and easy-to-use editing features.
Right.
This is perfect for introverts who might prefer to express themselves visually rather than verbally.
Okay.
Imagine creating stunning visuals for your blog, social media, or even presentations.
Yeah.
All without having to hire a designer or spend hours learning complex design software.
I love that. Canva is my go-to for creating everything from social media posts to presentations. It's so intuitive and easy to use.
And that ease of use is key for introverts who might feel overwhelmed by technology that's too complicated or time-consuming.
Speaking of time-consuming, what about social media? It feels like you have to be constantly on these days to build a following. How can introverts manage that without feeling drained or pressured to be someone they're not?
That's where social media scheduling comes in. Tools like Buffer and Hootsuite allow you to plan your social media posts in advance.
Right.
This way you can maintain a consistent online presence without feeling the need to constantly engage in real time.
Okay, that takes the pressure off.
Yeah.
It's like having a social media manager working behind the scenes, freeing up your time and energy to focus on other things.
Exactly. It allows you to set it and forget it.
Right.
Which can be a huge relief for introverts who value their time and energy.
You mentioned something earlier that really piqued my interest. Faceless YouTube channels. Can you tell me more about that?
Sure.
I'm intrigued by the idea of being able to share your expertise and build a following without ever having to be on camera.
Of course. For introverts who have valuable knowledge to share but don't feel comfortable being on camera, faceless YouTube channels are a perfect solution.
Okay.
Imagine creating educational videos, tutorials, or even just sharing your thoughts and ideas without ever having to show your face.
I am so here for this.
Yeah.
What are some of the AI tools that make this possible? I'm especially curious about how you create engaging content without actually being present in the videos.
AI voiceovers are a great place to start.
Okay.
Tools like Murph.ai and Descript can generate incredibly natural-sounding narration. You can choose from a variety of voices.
Wow.
And even customize the tone and style to fit your brand.
So I could have an AI narrate my videos with a calm and soothing voice, perfectly conveying my message without me having to step in front of a camera.
Yes.
That's amazing.
And you can even create engaging visuals without filming yourself.
Oh, wow.
Stock footage and AI-powered animation tools like Pictory and Synthesia can bring your ideas to life visually.
Okay.
You can create explainer videos, product demos, or even just eye-catching visuals to accompany your audio narration.
This is all starting to come together. You've got your AI voiceover, your visuals, and your expertise. What about scripting? Is there a way to streamline that process as well?
Absolutely. AI can help with that too.
Okay.
Tools like Jasper.ai and Copy.ai, which we mentioned earlier for content creation, can also be used to craft compelling scripts and narratives for your videos.
So I'm picturing an introvert with a brilliant idea, and they're using all these AI tools to bring that idea to life on YouTube. Without ever having to step in front of a camera.
Yeah.
What are some examples of faceless YouTube channels that would appeal to introverts or that introverts might be particularly good at creating?
Well, one of the sources mentioned product reviews.
Okay.
Introverts are often meticulous researchers and great at explaining the pros and cons of something they've tested out. Imagine a faceless YouTube channel where someone reviews tech gadgets, books, or even software, all without ever having to show their face.
That's brilliant. It plays to an introvert's strengths of careful observation and attention to detail. What else?
Online skill sharing is another great option. Introverts are often experts in niche areas or have unique skills they could teach others.
Okay.
They could create tutorials on coding, writing, graphic design, or anything they're passionate about. And because it's faceless, they can really focus on the content and their teaching style without feeling self-conscious or pressured to perform for the camera.
I love it. It's like they're creating a virtual classroom where they can share their knowledge and passion with the world on their own terms. Any other ideas?
Personal development is another area where introverts could really shine.
Okay.
They're often drawn to self-reflection and personal growth.
Right.
Imagine a faceless YouTube channel that shares tips on mindfulness, productivity, or overcoming social anxiety.
You're right, that totally fits.
Yeah.
It's like they're creating a quiet space for personal growth and sharing it with others who are on a similar journey. It's all about empowering others to embrace their introversion and use it to their advantage.
And that leads us to another area where AI can help introverts shine: creativity in solitude.
Yes. Let's talk about that. I think this will resonate with so many of our listeners.
Introverts often find that their best creative work happens when they have this space and quiet to, dive deep into their thoughts and ideas. AI can be a powerful tool for enhancing that creative process, providing new avenues for expression and exploration.
So we're talking about using AI not just to get things done, but to actually spark new ideas and artistic expression.
Exactly. And the tools are getting incredibly sophisticated. Take AI-generated art, for example. Platforms like Midjourney, DLE, and Leonardo.ai allow anyone to create unique visual art simply by describing what they want to see.
Wow.
It's like having an AI art assistant that can bring your wildest imaginations to life.
That is wild. I've seen some of the images these AI art generators can create, and they're mind-blowing. But I'm curious, how could an introvert use this to enhance their creativity? It seems like it could be a great tool for anyone, but how does it specifically benefit someone who might be more introverted?
Well, imagine an introvert who has a vivid dream or a powerful emotion they want to express visually, but maybe they don't have traditional artistic skills. They could use an AI art generator to create a piece that captures that feeling or idea. It's like translating emotions into art without needing to master the technical aspects of painting or drawing.
Wow, that's a beautiful way to think about it. It's like AI is giving a voice to those inner landscapes that might otherwise remain hidden. What about music? Can AI help introverts tap into their musical creativity, even if they don't play an instrument?
AI music generation is another area that's exploding with creativity.
Okay.
Platforms like Amper Music and SoundDraw allow you to create custom music tracks. You can specify the genre, mood, tempo, and even the instruments you want to hear. And the AI will compose a unique piece of music just for you.
Okay, this is officially my new favorite thing. I can see introverts using this to create soundtracks for their faceless YouTube videos, background music for their writing or work, or even just to explore their own musicality in a private, judgment-free space.
Exactly. And speaking of writing, we can't forget about AI writing assistants. ChatGPT and Jasper.ai, which we've already mentioned, can also be incredibly helpful for creative writing.
Right.
They can help you brainstorm ideas, outline a story, or even co-write entire pieces.
It's funny. I was initially a bit skeptical of AI for creative tasks. I thought it would feel too impersonal or robotic. But the more we talk about this, the more I realize how much potential there is for AI to be a true creative collaborator.
Yeah.
Especially for introverts who might thrive in that kind of partnership.
I think you've hit on a really important point. AI isn't meant to replace human creativity. It's meant to augment it, to provide new tools and possibilities that we might never have imagined before.
Right. And that's especially empowering for introverts who might not always have the confidence or the desire to put themselves out there in traditional ways. It's like AI is giving them a safe space to experiment, explore, and express themselves without feeling the pressure of an audience or the judgment of others.
Exactly. It's about giving introverts more control over their creative process and allowing them to express themselves authentically. And you brought up a fantastic idea earlier about using AI to tell stories visually. Combining faceless YouTube channels with AI-generated art and voiceovers could open up a whole new world of storytelling possibilities for introverts.
Yes. I was thinking about how captivating it would be to see a story unfold through AI-generated images or animations, with an AI voiceover guiding us through the narrative. It feels like a perfect blend of technology and creativity, allowing the introvert to focus on the emotional heart of the story without having to worry about the technical aspects of filmmaking.
That's a brilliant idea. It taps into the power of visual storytelling, which can be incredibly engaging, especially for those who process information visually. And it allows the introvert to create a truly immersive experience for their audience, drawing them into a world that's both unique and compelling.
Right. And the beauty of it is that AI can assist with every step of the process, from generating the visuals and the voiceover to crafting the narrative itself. Tools like ChatGPT or Jasper.ai could help with plotting, character development, or even generating dialogue. It's like having an AI brainstorming partner who's always available to bounce ideas off of.
I love that analogy. It really captures the collaborative potential of AI, especially for creative endeavors. And it's not just about individual creativity either. AI can also help introverts connect with others who share their passions and interests. Which brings us to the often dreaded topic of networking.
Okay, this is where I think a lot of introverts might get hesitant. Networking can feel like a necessary evil, especially in the professional world. But it can also be incredibly draining for those who prefer one-on-one interactions or find large social gatherings overwhelming.
You're absolutely right. But what if I told you that AI could help introverts build a quiet but impactful network, connecting with like-minded individuals without having to force themselves into uncomfortable social situations?
I'm all ears. Tell me more about how this works.
Well, let's start with LinkedIn. It's a platform built for professional networking, but it can feel like a popularity contest, which can be intimidating for introverts. But AI can help level the playing field. LinkedIn's AI tools can analyze your profile and suggest relevant connections based on your skills, interests, and career goals. It can also recommend content and conversations that align with your professional aspirations.
So it's like having an AI matchmaker for your professional life, helping you find people you might actually want to connect with, rather than just racking up a huge number of superficial connections.
Exactly. It takes the guesswork and the pressure out of networking and helps you build genuine connections that could lead to collaborations, mentorship opportunities, or even job offers.
That's fantastic. It's like AI is removing some of the social barriers that introverts often face when trying to build a professional network.
Yeah.
But it's not just about finding jobs or advancing your career. It's about finding your tribe, connecting with people who understand you and share your passions.
And AI can help with that too. We're seeing the rise of AI-driven communities that are specifically designed to connect people based on shared interests or goals.
Okay.
These communities can be incredibly valuable for introverts who want to engage in meaningful conversations and share knowledge without the pressure of constant in-person interaction.
I love this idea. It's like finding your online book club or your virtual writers group, but with AI helping to curate the experience and ensure that you're connecting with people who are genuinely interested in the same things you are.
Exactly. And these communities can be a great way for introverts to share their expertise, build their confidence, and even make lifelong friends without ever having to leave the comfort of their own homes.
And it all circles back to what we were talking about earlier with faceless YouTube channels. How can introverts use those to attract a like-minded audience and build a community around their shared interests?
Well, a faceless YouTube channel can be a magnet for like-minded individuals. By sharing your expertise or passion in a specific niche, you naturally attract an audience who's interested in the same things. And AI can help you understand that audience better, allowing you to tailor your content and create a truly engaging experience.
Okay, tell me more about how AI can help introverts build a community around their faceless YouTube channels. It seems like there's a lot of potential there, but I'm curious to hear how the technology can support that growth.
Tools like YouTube Analytics and TubeBuddy, which we mentioned earlier, can provide valuable insights into who's watching your videos. You can see their demographics, their interests, and even what other videos they're watching. This information can help you tailor your content to better serve your audience and build a stronger sense of community.
So it's like AI is helping introverts create content that resonates with their audience, which then fosters connection and community. It's all about finding those common threads and weaving them together into a tapestry of shared interests and experiences.
Exactly. It's about using AI to amplify your message and connect with the people who are most likely to appreciate your unique perspective. And for introverts who might feel hesitant about putting themselves out there, AI can provide a sense of safety and control, allowing them to build a community on their own terms.
It's like AI is giving introverts the tools to build a community on their own terms without having to force themselves into uncomfortable social situations. It's about empowering them to connect authentically and build relationships that are both meaningful and impactful.
Precisely. And I think that's one of the most exciting things about the intersection of AI and introversion. It's not about trying to change who you are. It's about embracing your strengths and using technology to amplify your voice, your creativity, and your impact on the world.
You know, this whole deep dive has really shifted my perspective on AI. I think a lot of people, myself included, initially saw it as this force that might favor extroverts or those who are already comfortable in the spotlight. But what we've uncovered here is that AI can actually level the playing field, giving introverts the tools they need to shine in their own unique ways.
I completely agree. What's so exciting about AI is that it can cater to different personality types and learning styles. It can provide introverts with the tools and resources they need to express themselves, build connections, and make a real difference in the world, all while staying true to themselves.
Okay, so here's the big takeaway. Introverts are not at a disadvantage in the age of AI. In fact, AI can be their secret weapon, helping them to unlock their full potential and make their voices heard in a way that feels authentic and empowering.
That's a fantastic way to put it. And this leads to a thought-provoking question for our listeners. What unique strengths do you have that AI could help you share with the world in your own quiet but impactful way?
I love that. It's a call to action for introverts to explore the incredible potential of AI and use it to create their own quiet revolution, one that celebrates their unique talents and perspectives.
Exactly. It's about embracing the power of technology to amplify your voice, your creativity, and your impact on your own terms.
Well, this has been an incredibly insightful deep dive. I know I'm walking away with a whole new understanding of how AI can empower introverts. And I'm excited to see how our listeners take this information and use it to create their own quiet revolutions, shaping the world in ways we might never have imagined.
Me too. I think we're just scratching the surface of what's possible when introverts and AI join forces. It's a powerful combination that has the potential to change the world for the better. One quiet but impactful step at a time.
It's amazing to think about how AI can help us redefine what it means to be successful in a world that often seems to, prioritize those extroverted qualities.
It's about recognizing that quiet power can be just as impactful, if not more so, than the, loud attention-grabbing kind of.
Exactly. And AI can be that bridge, helping introverts to translate their unique strengths and perspectives into tangible results.
So if you're listening to this, and you've ever felt like you had to dim your light to fit in, or that your ideas weren't being heard because you weren't shouting them from the rooftops, AI might just be the tool you've been waiting for.
It's about finding those tools that feel like an extension of yourself, that help you amplify your voice without distorting it.
And I think that's what we've really uncovered in this deep dive. AI isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. It's a diverse ecosystem of tools and technologies that can be adapted to fit different personalities and working styles.
So rather than seeing AI as this monolithic force that's going to take over the world, maybe it's more helpful to see it as a collection of building blocks that we can use to create something truly unique and meaningful.
I love that analogy. It's about taking those building blocks and constructing something that reflects your own vision, your own values, and your own way of being in the world.
And who knows? Maybe by embracing AI and using it to empower our own strengths, we can actually help to create a world that's more inclusive and accommodating to all personality types.
That's a beautiful thought. Imagine a world where everyone feels empowered to contribute their unique talents and perspectives, regardless of whether they're an introvert or an extrovert.
A world where quiet power is not only recognized, but celebrated.
Exactly. And I think that's a future worth striving for.
Well, on that note, we'll leave you with this. Don't be afraid to explore the possibilities that AI has to offer. You might be surprised by what you discover.
And remember, the quiet revolution is already underway. The question is, will you be a part of it?